Hello and welcome to Lyra's EP Sleepy Eurovision Corner. Today's entry is certainly going to jolt me awake though. It's Ireland, Bambie Thug, Doomsday Blue. Bambie Ray Robinson, or Bambie Thug, is a singer-songwriter from Ireland. They are half Swedish. Don't know if that's going to be helpful this year, maybe. But what is this? Why does it do this? I don't know if this is my webcam or it's like OBS. If anybody watching this knows why it does this, please let me know. It's a total mystery to me. Before we get to the song, first we need to talk about Ireland, and they've been a bit shit, haven't they? Except for 2022, That's Rich by Brooke. I quite like that song. But yeah, beyond that, Ireland have been sending the most generic music imaginable for a bit, really honing in on that mid-range of songs that everybody thinks are sort of okay and nobody votes for. So I'm very glad that this year they've selected something completely different, very much out there. In fact, I think this is actually one of the most unique songs in the contest. There's really nothing else that sounds like this. Production-wise, I would say it leans kind of a hyperpop. It's got a lot of the stylings of metal as well, but only in the last bit does it really go for the metal instrumentation. The production is very dark and glitchy and abrasive. There's all sorts of weird, interesting effects on Bambie's voice as well, which really sort of sell the nightmarish tone. When I listened to it for the first time, I was like, okay, I get what this is going for, but it really felt like it was building up to something, and a lot of my enjoyment of the song was going to depend on whether it actually stuck the landing. The first 2 minutes are basically all one big tension build. Like, you think it's going to go into a big chorus, but it goes kind of small again, and then it goes really sinister. So when it finally got to the end, and it was a full-on metalcore breakdown, I nearly jumped out of my seat. Immediately this song went into my top 10, and it's stayed there ever since. I think the way it switches between the sort of dissonant darkness of the verses and slightly more upbeat positivity of the chorus is very well done. To call it a chorus is kind of pushing it, because again, this song is basically one big build to the ending. It's a returning element, but it certainly doesn't feel like sort of the big moment, the big sing-along bit of the song. This is actually very prog. That's probably why I enjoy it so much. So yeah, personally, big fan of this song. However, I am a bit worried about how it's going to go. Ireland are on a lengthy non-qualification streak, and this song is about as different as it could be from their previous few entries. However, it might be going a bit too far in the other direction. I mean, I'm a big fan, but personally I like songs with like abrasive metal elements and dark lyrics and shit. Like, this is very obviously going to be a Marmite song. I could very easily see people really not getting this or absolutely hating it. Ireland have basically gone from the most bland song in the entire contest to probably the most out there song in the entire contest, which is a move I seriously respect, but I think it might be too much for the general audience. Another concern that I do have is I think these vocals may be somewhat difficult to perform live in a consistent manner. In the studio, I think Bambie absolutely nails the performance and does the sinister tone really well, but obviously those vocals are also sort of laden in effects. So yeah, this is kind of a wild card. I feel like it could go either way. I'm leaning towards it not qualifying right now, which is sad because like it's one of my favorites this year, but it's an acquired taste and I just happen to be the right audience for it. So yeah, a great song, a very daring song, and I seriously hope I'm wrong and it qualifies. Thanks for watching. For every new video you watch, I get 5 more minutes of sleep. Click now. You can also subscribe or like the video if you enjoyed it. We are not in Malmo yet.